Hey everyone, so it's another beautiful day in Algonquin Park, and today we are going to be hiking the Mizzy Lake Trail. And at 10.8 kilometers, it's the longest day hike in Algonquin Park, even longer than Centennial Ridges, which is 10.4. So this should take us about 6 hours, and hopefully there's a lot of beautiful things to see out there. All right, let's go. Here we go, always with the poopy photos or video. This one is showing some moose poop again. This is the first sign of moose that we've seen, and this is our third day here. So, and that looks like it's fairly fresh. So that means not long ago, there be moose. Now we just have to see if we can find them, if we're that lucky. Find one out in the woods. There's a marsh right over here, so it's probably hanging out there. Let's go have a look. So we've seen quite a number of piles of moose poop, but so far no tracks and no moose sightings, but hopefully our luck will change on this trip to Algonquin and we'll get to see one. We've seen them before obviously, but not on this trip so far, so fingers are crossed that we get to see one. But the views here are absolutely stunning on the Mizzy Lake Trail. Like, water falls everywhere. So here we have a beaver dam which has created this reservoir behind it, and if you can see right there is the beaver lodge. But right now we're not seeing anything but some pretty smooth water. Beautiful, beautiful area, man. I mean, look at the reflections in the water. Just gorgeous. And I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but there is some blue sky there. And it's supposed to get really nice out today. Even better tomorrow. So this is awesome. There's a closer view of the beaver lodge. So we've hiked around this reservoir a little bit. And now we're looking at that beaver lodge. Well, I know it's very hard to see because of the wide angle lens, but if you can see the grass and then you see that log, and on that log is a wonderful little turtle taking in the sun. Well, here's a little telltale sign that a beaver was active here at one point. These are older looking, that's for sure. And we have another one here, and on the tree there you can see that was taken down. Oh, And one more. But yeah, these all look pretty old. This trail has quite a few rocky areas and roots, and I mean like sort of this that you have to walk on. So if you're coming out here, just be prepared for that. Woo! Apparently I'm slipping on the wet roots.
I had that beer this morning.
Beer for breakfast when hiking is not good. Just kidding, I did not do that.
You're walking around like a
Did not do that. Just slipping on all the roots because it is very wet, so a lot of things are still very slippery. Okay, so here I am filming poop again, but I'll only film that for a second this time, but that looks really fresh. That's moose poop. So hopefully we're going to run into this guy. Fingers crossed. We're really hoping to see one out here. So let's keep moving forward and see what we find out there. Alright, we're coming up to a sign here. Let's see what we have to do. Oh. That's cool. We just heard a rough grouse thumping. I'm trying very hard not to fall here. Oh, there we go. When you have a log, you have to cross over water. I was not very graceful. She was much better. And if you've never heard a rough grouse thumping out here, you're missing out. It's pretty incredible to hear. Really bassy. It's almost you feel it as much as you hear it. That means pretty close by there's got to be a grouse sitting. We're going to wait a second and see if he does it again. Nope, he's being quiet. All right, let's have a look at this sign. So, okay. So, we started here at the parking lot, and we've hiked past these bodies of water, and that was Mizzy Lake, actually, that we were just at. And we are now here. So I guess this must be a portage or something. I don't know. But we have all this to do yet. And we've been out here for what? Almost 2 hours.
Where did we start here?
We started there and we're here.
Are we gonna go all there?
Yep. We have a little ways to go, but that's okay. It's only 10:30 in the morning. Well, as you can see, this part of the trail is pretty wide open. So easy hiking in this bit. Well, here we go. We can, right here, we can say these are our first officially confirmed tracks. There's another one. There's another one. Looks like he's hopping. Looks like he's heading this direction, which is the opposite way that we're going. We have
Need something for scale.
quite a pile of poo, and I believe that could be bear, and that is also pretty fresh. That's a big pile of poo. All right, well, chances are we'll never see it, so it's a blessing and a curse. I think there's turtles in there on the logs that were just jumping off. A little bit on higher alert after seeing fresh poo from a bear, it looks like. Oh, lots of turtles in there. All those logs have turtles on them. Alright, we're coming up to another sign. The Mizzy Lake Trail. It's going to be turning left off of this one. Alright, so we look like we are about halfway. We're all the way up here now, right by the Wolf Howl Pond, which is over there. And we just came from up here, and that is just an absolutely stunning trail through here. Looking at all the lakes, lots of turtles, tons of turtles through here. A lot of crow activity, or raven I should say, activity happening. Alright, so we're going to go left. Here we go. Alright, well, being the spring, the trail is a little bit mucky. This is a pretty good example where the trail actually kind of becomes a stream, and we have to find our way across it without getting soaked, hopefully. And of course, tree roots are very slippery, and the rocks can be slippery, so you just got to be careful. If you have poles, they help, but we're not using poles today. So we are just making our way across what looks dry. Did it! Momentum. You can do it. All right. All right, then you can see on that tree back there, you see a few blue dots. So we know this is the trail, but the trail literally has a waterfall on it going into this pond. So this is going to be a little interesting to navigate, but it looks like we're okay to go through here. Oh man, check out that tree. Beaver's been busy with it. We're going to check that out when we get over there. All right, give me 1 sec to get over there. All right, check it out. So there's all the shavings on the ground. You can see all the teeth marks there, right? And he's done a lot of work to gnaw through there. This one's gone. This tree's fallen off to the side, but it never came down. But that does not look too old at all. These shavings and everything look pretty fresh. So yeah, and I'm standing actually on a log that they formed here. So I think just up ahead we're going to see the dam, which I think is this mess right through here. But there's a lot of fallen trees and stuff in the way, but we'll check that out when we get over there. So check it out. I had said this one was down and away, and the beaver has been gnawing right here. But if you look, this here has already been gnawed away. I think that this used to be up here, and the tree just didn't fall all the way down and fell here. And the beaver tried to do it again right up here. That tree, that whole tree is just sitting there on this point right here. There's the point where he's chewed away. Is that ever cool? And there's a fun guy right over here watching the action. Okay, so we're a little higher up now, and you can see the beaver dam quite clearly here. And here's the reservoir behind that. And you can see that the water is overflowing the dam here, and we've seen that a few times on the hikes that we're on here. And I think maybe because there's been so much rain and the snow's just melted recently that the dams aren't holding back the level of water. But that is exactly why our trail is flooded, and why there's a waterfall just a little further down where our trail was. Yeah, just amazing. I love it. Sit on that. Well, the back half of the Mizzy Lake Trail isn't as pretty as the first half, because there was a lot to see, a lot of streams, waterfalls, a lot of lakes, a lot of different things to see and take in. But the back half is a lot more rugged, which is okay too. Just doesn't have that pretty factor, but there are some lookouts, that sort of thing on this side. But yeah, overall we're really enjoying it, although it is a more of a difficult hike.
I'm enjoying this hike.
Yep, for sure. A lot of fallen trees over the trail this year. That's the first time we've encountered that level of tree fall, where you have to actually work your way around them because it's too big and it's completely blocking the trail. I mean, that's all part of the game, isn't it? It's all part of the fun. Now we're going to continue till we hit the end of this trail. I think we're about 3/4 of the way done now. So we've stopped and had lunch. Now we're making the push to the end. Well, here we have a little bit more water. I believe, and this is a reservoir behind a dam, which is right there, I believe. Maybe we'll get a better look at it. The trail does go that way, so we shall go have a look. There we go. Definitely a beaver dam. There's the buildup on this side, and the water's there bubbling down. Heading off this way. All right, this will be interesting. We have a boardwalk. That's underwater, yeah. It looks a little saturated. So I think we should go one at a time. I'll go first. Let's see. You can see it's already underwater. So let's see how deep it gets. Ooh. That goes about an inch or two, so I guess I better move quick. Here we go. Here we go, not too bad. Hi, Sherry. And it didn't even move for you. Just for me. Oh, look, we have a lake down there. Beautiful. Let's hope we end up beside it. Alright, well, case in point, showing the tree that's fallen across the path here. And there's the trail. Trail continues there. There's the trail marker. So we've seen a lot of this where the trees have fallen and blocked the trail a little. Just adds to the fun. Here we have a tree that's fallen over, and this is the root base lifted right up here. Look at that. Picked up rocks and everything. Look, so big. I can get right in. Ooh, lots of bugs though. Here we're coming up to another boardwalk. These are nice areas to have a look around. It looks like the sun's out again for a little bit anyway. Ooh, very nice. Oh, there's a lake down there. Looks like we're heading that way. Beautiful. Here we go. We're up by the lake. This is a really nice bit of boardwalk through here. Look at the view of that lake. There's a bench over here too, so you can sit, contemplate the meaning of life, and eat a snack while you're doing it. And there's your view from the bench. Now I bet you're wishing you were here. Enjoying the beauty of what is Algonquin Park. Oh yeah. Alright, time to move on. See what else we can find. Well, we're coming to the end of the Mizzy Lake hike. It's taken us just over 6 hours, and you know, we stopped a lot to look at things and for me to film and just to, you know, watch nature. So just remember, if you do this trail, it is almost 11 kilometers long and you are going pretty deep out away from the main highway, so make sure you pack enough supplies, food, water, that sort of thing, to make sure that you're safe while you're out here. And you know, take your time, be careful. There is some tricky sections and a lot of roots and rocks and things like that you got to make sure you don't trip and fall and hurt yourself. But it is a beautiful hike, and highly recommend it if you're up to it, and I think you'd enjoy it as well. And you really get that sense of being out in the wilderness on this one. And yeah, just remember, because there is the opportunity to see more wildlife on this one. I don't believe you're allowed to bring dogs on this because they can tend to scare any wildlife away. So yeah, come on out and enjoy the Mizzy Lake hike. Thanks for joining us on this hike. Oh, I almost cut out and then I saw the trail turned into liquid again, so we're gonna have to find the alternate route, which looks like it's through here. All right, you can hear the road, so we're almost there. All right, signing out. Bye.